Dude! We might have finally got it stuck. All right, guys, something a little different for you here. This is a RMAX on 4-inch portals and 35-inch BKTs. And my buddy Richard just got this thing, so he asked me to come over and do a little shakedown ride with him. It did really well. We had to fix some snorkel stuff. You'll see that in the other video. We still need to raise up the exhaust snorkel and do some little maintenance things to this, like, change some fluids, put a new belt on it. But it did really well. I'm very impressed with how it turns the tires. I love the RMAX suspension and the RMAX engine. Crazy amount of travel for the type of side-by-side that it is, and the engine makes really, really good power. Of course, it's a belt drive, so I don't love that part of it, and it's also kind of noisy in the cabin, but those are my real only two complaints. This thing did awesome. As far as the tires that are on it, I used to run BKTs on my Razors and stuff. They work good in the larger sizes, like 35 up. BKTs are terrible on four-wheelers, guys. Stop putting BKTs on ATVs. They're a tire designed for tractors, aka heavy vehicles. And you'll see here a lot of times, they're not designed for paddling through mud holes. They're designed for pulling heavy trailers through fields. So a lot of times they start to dig down. You let off the throttle, back up a little bit, and hit it again. They don't have the best reverse traction, but if you know how to drive them, you can go through a lot of shit. We're going to put this thing on some 33-inch Aztecs, and we're going to see how it does.
Take your time.
Higher or low? I may have finally got the RMAX stuck. What? So we're about to get this thing stuck bad for the first time. The compound has the craziest clay. This stuff is just like mixed with grass. It's just super nasty. I about flipped over coming out of here. I wish we had it on video, but I think I got it recorded from the interior. But Richard's gonna give it a shot now. We'll see how it goes. What? No way! Dude, I'm surprised it made it that far. It was dragging from all the way back here. That thing is bad. Right. Super good gearing. I would try to steer to the right a little bit. Okay. Wow! Recovery time. Ooh!
No.
Nice. Creating an anchor. Steer that way a little bit. Good. See how far it makes it. Yeah, the back is still kind of hung up.
Yeah. Might have to go forward more.
Yep, just keep winching in. All right, wait.
I'm still going out and it got out.
Dude. Well, it's a pretty solid unit. That was a good test. You had it hopping and everything. That is our one big complaint, is the turning radius is really bad. It's got those Super ATV steering stops on it, so the wheels don't cut very far at all. Looks good.
Already?
I mean, you still got a little bit in the frame, but the wheels are cleaned out mostly.
Okay, that's cool.
All right, here at the old washout, messing with this RMAX. It's got a lot of offset. So, I mean, this sucker is wide and it's not super long wheelbase. So I have lifted this front tire, climbed out of the hole a couple times. These Super ATV tie rods, I don't know how many miles are on them, but they got a little bit of play in them. Everything else feels pretty good. These things have the giant ball joints. So even with portals, you know, you're really not near breaking the ball joints. It was just a 35 on here. These things are just so beefy. I think these are the Super ATV forward arms. So it's not rubbing or anything, but the way the steering is limited, that's as far as I can turn right there. That's it. That's as far as it turns. So it's pretty limited. There's that play in that tie rod I was talking about, but not terrible. Suspension works really good with the portals, actually. These things have a ton of rear travel for a non-trailing arm side-by-side. Probably some of the most, I mean, this is probably the highest travel, you know, sport utility dump bed side-by-side you can get, really. And this thing just, with these portals, it just flexes like crazy. You've got a ton of flex. And I think someone already removed the sway bar back here, so it is a flexing machine. We did get a little close to getting water in our belt exhaust because it's just that white pipe right there, but I can keep an eye on it. Of course, like with my review from this thing in Moab, it is the loudest side-by-side ever created by mankind. Factory exhaust on this thing is louder than most straight pipes. I mean, it is just, it screams. It does make really good power, but you can forget about talking to the camera in the cab or having a conversation with your passenger because it is just so freaking loud. Of course, this one's even louder right now because I don't have the center console in it, because we're trying to keep an eye on things. But yeah, other than the noise, it's pretty comfortable in there. I'm gonna try high range, just because it's geared so low and it's so loud. Let's see how it does it high. Even in high range, no problem. Let's just roll through it with some speed. So this thing did really well, definitely impressed us. Super comfortable seats and suspension and everything. We're gonna do a few maintenance things on it, do the brakes, change the fluid and everything, check out all the portals, oils, just little stuff like that. And then Richard's gonna put it up for sale. He's wants something with air conditioning, so he's building a Suzuki Jimmy like me, you know, us old guys. But yeah, if you guys are interested in this RMAX, hit me up. I'll be working on it, and we'll be putting it for sale in a couple weeks. It's got 2,000 miles on it, and everything seems to work good. I gave it a good shakedown. It seems like a solid unit. We're going to be asking 16.5 how it sits right there on the portals with the 35 BKTs, and it'll be all serviced up. So yeah, if you're interested, drop a comment or hit me up on Facebook or whatever, all the other different ways you guys message me. I think it's a good unit. I don't want it because, well, I don't like belt drives. I got my Pioneer, and this thing wouldn't even fit in my garage. It's actually a pretty tall unit on those 35s, but it feels geared right.